AI is a really hot topic right now. And it was interesting too, because the speed to adoption was super quick on this. I mean, my mom was using freaking ChatGPT in like January, and this thing rolled out, in October or whatever. So, that was something I noticed with chat and just AI in general, how fast it became relevant. So now we're in a position we went through the honeymoon phase of people are like, oh, that's cute, that's cool, awesome. And now people are starting to adopt it. Now you're starting to see companies like not hired because of it.
The rise of artificial intelligence has many Americans concerned the technology could replace their jobs.
Where do you see this whole thing going? Like, as you look at AI in general, where do you see it going?
I think everybody uses it differently. That's the best part about AI. Yeah. It's like a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
Right? Like I can use it for building, analytics for my clients and go, okay, the failure rates on every franchise in this industry, I can get that like that because I have AI doing it. And during the time it's doing it, one, it does it extremely fast, but two, I can do other things, right? So it allows me to be in my groove and do what I'm supposed to do while it's doing that. For you, it's marketing, it's sales scripts, it can do all kinds of things. And so we're really finding people plug it in where they need it.
Yeah. So have you had clients say stuff about AI? Like, are they concerned about it? Because I've had a couple.
Not too much yet, but it's coming, right? And I think it's fear of the unknown, just like anything, right? It's new. We talked about, like Zoom. Nobody wanted to adopt Zoom back in the day, and now everybody uses it, and it's a staple in almost every company, right? I think this could be the same thing, but each company, depending on what they do and what industry they're in, is going to use it differently. Like, to your point, I use it differently than you do. It can write an email. It can put together a fitness meal plan for people. It can write your schedule for you. It can, whatever you want it to do, you ask it to do, it'll do it for you. And it almost learns on the fly with you as well. It gets to know you as a person and your business, which is crazy. But
I've had two clients last couple of months. The one was a financial analysis who lost his job, straight up lost his job. And he's like, it was because of AI. So I had him, and then I had somebody else who has a great job, but he's like, I'm leveraging AI so much that I'm not actually doing as much at my job. I want to buy a business.
Bingo.
Which was super interesting and got me thinking about other people that this could happen to, or maybe it is happening, but they're like, I got extra time. What do I do with it? Am I going to travel? Am I going to go buy a business? Am I whatever? But really interesting to hear him say that. I'm like, dang, this is awesome.
Well, and I think, going back to it allows you to focus where you want to focus, right? Sure. And in my businesses, I hate paperwork. I hate just the mundane, timesheets and all that kind of stuff. And I enjoy my, job, my business more because I'm not getting bogged down with the stuff that I hate. That is remedial, but it's not enough for me to hire somebody to do it. It's just kind of this gray area that I drag myself through every single month.
Yeah. So we're in the franchising world, obviously. We're embedded in franchising. So talk to me about like what you guys see changing maybe with franchising, franchisors, franchisees. How are they going to use this thing? Have you started to see it already? Give me your thoughts around that.
It's data, right? I mean, and the more data we have, the better, right? So I think it's data collection, competitive analysis in markets. I think it can do a lot of different things, but every company and franchisor and even franchisee probably needs some type of AI expert on their team going forward, right? Because possibilities are endless, but we've got to have somebody that is on it at all times and learning how to make it as efficient as possible for us. So that's where I see it.
Well, and you bring up franchisor efficiency, and why does that matter? It's because I'm paying a royalty and a brand fund every single month, and I want to get the biggest bang for my buck. Yep. So if they can have a leaner, meaner staff at home office and they're not employing 75 call center people, they got an AI in there, can all of my money that was going there go somewhere else?
Yeah, scale.
Scale.
More
exactly.
locations.
Get me more results for my royalties, right? That's what we're always looking for, is what am I getting for my royalty? The more efficient they are and the more they leverage technology, the more I get for my royalty.
It's good. So when you look at holistically, like what industries, if you're in a profession, what profession do you think should be on, I guess, high alert right now? Like where do you think it's going to come in and really make an impact?
I think, to kind of go a different direction, I think it's what part in the industry. It's the bottom part of the industry.
Yeah.
right? It's the entry level people that have, don't have the skill set or haven't invested in the skill set to be more valuable than AI can be, right? So it's the entry level stuff that's just data collection, or I take something from this spreadsheet and put it in that spreadsheet, but I don't have enough skills or experience to know what the data in the spreadsheet says we should do. That skill is never going to change.
What about like higher level? Like let's start at the top. What medical attorneys? I mean, if you have a law, here's a law right here. Their job is to interpret law. Should we be interpreting law, or should we just say here's a law?
Yeah.
Medical, like you have billions, possibly people's medical history, like at their fingertip right there for diagnosis.
Yeah, you bring that up, and that makes me think about health and fitness, right? So the fitness industry has changed with the pandemic and doing things a lot more virtual, but now you can see a celebrity athlete trainer and be working out in your home, looking at a mirror, and somebody's training you through that. It's crazy. It's going to change. It's not going to go away. We need to be focused on health and fitness now more than ever because of COVID, a lot of it. But I think that can change the industry. It doesn't mean franchising is going away in the fitness industry either, but it is definitely going to change in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. Well, the good news is I think there's a lot of industries in franchising that are going to be impacted, but not go away because of it, right? So like these home service businesses are going to be incredibly important going forward. Even if you think about food, like food service has to be there. Like you can't replace food with AI. You can replace the service that goes along with food. You can't replace food. That's going to be there. All that stuff is still going to be there. So it's going to be impacted for sure. But I think a lot of those home service brands, and I think a lot of like the food fitness is going to look different, but that one's insulated for a while. Yep. You can't replace that one. Nope. So I think all those are going to be pretty insulated, honestly.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think they're just going to be driven to be more efficient, right? More efficient and more skilled, the safer you are, right? Alex Hormozi always says, invest in the S&P 500. That's what he talks about, right? Get more skills, get in control, right? Then you're making the decisions.
Good.